Welcome back to the channel, boys. Fablinski's coming at your neck with this 100 Intellect Dawn Chorus build. Now, I just got this exotic not too long ago, and I was thinking of ways I can implement a build. I never really used dawnblade, but I figured this one out. It's a pretty funky one, use some different things that I would never use, but actually it's pretty powerful and I had a lot of fun using it, so let's go ahead and break it down. So here is my subclass. We're using dawnblade, we're using these solar grenades, we got burst glide, and of course the healing rift. Now, I never really used this one. This is definitely the more PvE focused dawnblade subclass. I mean, of course this is well of radiance, but I wouldn't even consider this dawnblade. This is its own thing. But for the dawnblade specifically, you got the PvP one up here, and this is the PvE. You know, you get some super regen when you kill enemies. I think it's this one right here. Yeah. Killing enemies in daybreak extends its duration. Also, meleeing enemy causes them to explode if they die from that. And you know, just certain things like you have the phoenix dive to get some health back or get some super energy in return. You know, just general PvE stuff. So this is definitely the best PvE class or the best PvE subclass out of the two dawnblade subclasses. So as for my loadout, it's a bit different. It's actually pretty different. I've never used a loadout like this. So we're using the heritage with auto loading recombination, and then we're also using Prometheus lens. Now, the main reason I'm using this is because of Dawn Chorus, but I'll get to that in a minute. But pretty much this allows me to set targets on fire and of course obviously kill them, but it synergizes pretty well with Dawn Chorus. We're also using Interference 6 because this week's Nightfall I needed Arc and I needed Solar, and this is a pretty good roll. I got Field Prep Full Court and I have Spike Nades, so I'm pretty happy with this roll. As for my stats, we got 31 mobility, we got 50 resilience, 56 recovery. That's pretty nice. I didn't even realize that. We got 16 discipline. Oh, that's pretty low. All right, that's fine. We got 102 intellect. Now we get our super back on a 3-minute 48-second cooldown. Of course, if I wasn't killing enemies, but that's gonna be much faster. And then we got 85 strength. I've tried to get this to 100, but I wasn't able to. So our melee cooldown is 41 seconds. I think this is pretty fine, honestly. Plus with, you know, Prometheus lens with Dawn Chorus, I'm gonna get that back much faster than 41 seconds. On to my exotic piece of choice, which is also my helmet using Dawn Chorus. This is one of the new exotics that was brought to us in Beyond Light with the new season. Now, of course, the armor perk is Rites of Ember. Your daybreak projectiles cause targets to burn on contact and deal more damage to them. All of your burn effects last longer, and you gain a small amount of melee energy each time one of your burns damages a target. So right here where it says the daybreak projectiles burns targets and deals more damage to them, I'm pretty sure that stacks up, so it'll reach a cap eventually. But as long as you keep hitting the same target with the daybreak, pretty much a boss, you're gonna keep doing more damage. I was able to melt champions with this. You can take out a bunch of ads with this, especially some of the beefier ads, not just like thralls or whatever, but some of the knights and stuff. So it's really good. It's a good champion killer and just really good at ad clear. Plus, burning enemies will make my melee come back or give me, you know, small amounts of melee energy. So if I'm using my Prometheus lens on a tankier target such as a champion or a knight, my melee energy is going to go up rather quickly. I get small little bits and it keeps going up. So that's why I'm using Prometheus lens with this exotic, because they synergize together, which is pretty cool. I haven't seen it being used before, so I figured I would try it out, and it's pretty funny. I really have my melee a lot with this helmet. As for my mods, we're using a strength mod. We got hands on because I'm going to try and utilize my melee as much as possible so I get more super energy here. We got shotgun ammo finder. Now this is the reason why I'm using a shotgun and a trace rifle. There is no trace rifle ammo finder. I'm not sure if auto rifle ammo finder works for it, but as for just a specific trace rifle ammo finder, there isn't one. So I'm using a shotgun because as long as I'm finding special ammo for my shotgun, I'm getting some trace rifle ammo as well. And then we got radiant light, so I get that plus 20 in strength. Also, whenever I cast my super, nearby allies become charged with light, so if they're rocking any type of charged with light build, they're going to benefit from this as well. On my arms, we're rocking strength mod, and we're using unstoppable shotgun. I know, right? Like, unstoppable shotgun costs 7 mod slots, but for me to utilize a shotgun and a trace rifle and not be completely useless in the Nightfall, I can't even run Lament or anything like that. So I need to use unstoppable shotgun. So if there's a champ rushing me, or if I can get close to it, I can use this and stagger it and then do some damage with the shotgun or pull out my grenade launcher or whatever. On my chest piece, we're using an intellect mod. And then we got supercharged, so I can have 2 more stacks of charge with light. Now I can have a total of 4 stacks of charge with light. On my legs, we're using another strength mod. We got shotgun scavenger and we got auto rifle scavenger. I don't know if this works with the trace rifle, but I figured I would throw it on there just in case. I never seem to run out of ammo, so I'm just gonna use this. I could use grenade launcher scavenger, but I don't want to risk it, change it up, and then run out of trace rifle ammo. And then we got energy converted. Now you guys pretty much know what this does already, but as long as I have stacks of charged light, I throw my grenade, I get some super energy up to a maximum of 50% of my super. Extremely powerful with this build, especially using Dawn Chorus, because that exotic buffs up your super with this subclass. So I want to be able to take advantage of my super as much as possible, which is why I'm running energy converter. And on my bond, we got another strength mod. Now we got double outreach mod, so reducing my melee cooldown when using your class ability. And then we got taking charge, become charged with light by picking up orbs of power. Now my strength isn't at 100, so this is some of the ways I'm going to be able to combat that with Prometheus Lens and Dawn Chorus, as well as outreach, so that whenever I cast my rift, I get a decent amount of melee energy back. So I really like this synergy right here. Having double outreach is one of my favorites. And as for my warlock fashion, here it is, the one with the black and the purple. Dawn Chorus is it's a pretty ugly exotic. I mean, look at it, it looks crazy, it looks like a little bug or something, or like Sid from Ice Age. It looks just like Sid from Ice Age, but I went with the full dawning ornament set. It looks pretty nice. I thought it looked pretty nice, maybe as best as I could look at least. So I really like it. Shaders will be in the description below. So when I initially created this build, I wasn't sure if this was going to be powerful. I wasn't even sure if it was going to work. I just figured Prometheus Lens and Dawn Chorus, I had tested that before, so I knew that they work together. But as for using a shotgun, a trace rifle, unstoppable shotgun, and hands-on, all these other mods I was using, I was like, I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if it's going to be powerful. I'm just going to try it out and see what happens, because, well, that's what I like to do. I like to try out funky builds and make them work. And after using this, the first time wasn't that good because, well, I had never played with this subclass before, and it was something new. I didn't know how to do it, but after a couple runs, I was like, all right, I see the potential here. I see the power. I was melting champions, clearing out whole rooms of ads when, the ads are pretty tough, especially in the 1280 Nightfall, which is where I tried this in, so it is viable in the endgame content. I had a lot of fun clearing out all these ads. It made for some of the areas where there's a bunch of ads, a bunch of snipers, a bunch of champions. I was able just to push through, at least clear out all the ads, do some damage to the champions, instead of a little bit of super left. So it was a really fun, really good at clearing out some of these tankier targets, and especially the champions. In this week's Nightfall, or probably by the time you're seeing this, maybe last week's, there's a part with the 2 ogres that spawn, and with that part there's a bunch of thralls, a bunch of ogres. You can easily handle all the thrall and do probably damage, probably kill one of the ogres at least, as long as your teammates are staggering them. You can do a lot of damage and take care of that without having your teammates worry, get rushed, or waste a lot of ammo. I feel like Dawn Chorus was definitely an exotic that maybe a lot of people didn't think would be very potent, or a lot of people saw it and they were like, I don't want to use that, I have to use bottom tree dawnblade. I mean, you can use top tree dawnblade as well, but I definitely think this exotic was created with bottom tree dawnblade in mind. So maybe a lot of people saw that and thought, I don't want to use that, bottom tree dawnblade isn't that good. But I'll say that with this exotic, it makes that bottom tree dawnblade really good. You can kill champions, like I said, it is good ad clear already, and you get the burn, you get your melee back. So using Prometheus Lens, you have your melee a lot. Melee causes targets to explode, so you can clear out a bunch of ads if they're all near each other. I don't know, I really liked it. I thought it was powerful. I just recommend you guys going for a roll. If there was anything I had to change about this build, maybe like having 100 strength. I was only able to get 85, but that's just because of the stats on my armor. I didn't have anything that was like really spiky in intellect and in strength. So if you're able to get 100 strength, 100 intellect, definitely go for it. I think you'll have a lot of fun with this build. Try it out. The exotic is pretty potent, and you'll see just how much you can melt the champions with this exotic with the super. So I highly recommend it. Go ahead and get yourself this exotic if you don't have it already. Try it out and let me know what you guys think. But if you guys like this content, please like, subscribe, and share. It truly helps me out a lot. You can also check out my other videos. Links are in the description below. I have a lot of crazy builds, so go and check that out. And you might as well follow my social media. I have a Twitter and an Instagram, both at @fat_bloonskis. But with all that being said, deuces.